Modi's big message against corruption and saying that the action against corruption or corrupt leaders will not stop by the agencies. So very categorically about the work being done by the investigative agencies against corruption. Prime Minister Modi says eliminating corruption is government's priority. Will take strict action against the corrupt. Corruption beneficiaries are crying foul today. Is this a dig on the opposition as well that are constantly saying that their leaders are being arrested on charges of corruption? But it's just the misuse of the agencies, to which Prime Minister Modi, in an interview to a Hindi daily, has now said that our fight and crackdown against corruption will continue, and has added that whatever be the level of corruption, it impacts people of the country. Action against such people who steal money meant for the welfare of the people of this country will not end. Those who benefit in a corrupt system are the ones who are crying foul today and presenting the wrong picture in front of the people. He's also taken pot shots at the opposition, and I quote an excerpt here. It is not the election but the opposition camp that is dull because of their certain defeat. Even the opposition believes that NDA government will return to power, which is why even several opposition leaders are even shying away from the election campaigning. That's a big statement. But now, staying with the issue of corruption, Prime Minister Modi has dismissed the allegations against the government and against investigation agencies, saying only 3% of the cases being probed by the ED have people associated with political life. Steps are being taken even in states where the BJP is in power. And that precisely is why investigative agencies are going against corrupt people. So that's the big news. Remember, Prime Minister's message basically with regard to the election campaign also has been the crackdown on corruption against corrupt leaders irrespective of the party they belong to. So while the opposition charges saying this is only against opposition netas, Prime Minister Modi saying that this is even in states where BJP is in the government. Let me now bring in India Today's Himanshu Mishra for the latest on that. हिमांशु, गुड मॉर्निंग. बिकॉज ये जो मैसेज इन्होंने दिया है करप्शन के खिलाफ, भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ, यही मुद्दा रहा भी है भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए. बट किस तरह ये कह सकते हैं कि ऑपोजिशन पे भी एक डिग है कि सिर्फ आपके ही हिसाब से नहीं करप्शन की फाइट चलेगी?
देखिए, बिल्कुल प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने ये साफ कर दिया है कि जितने भी लोगों के खिलाफ करप्शन के मामले में जांच एजेंसियां कार्रवाई कर रही हैं, उनमें सिर्फ 3% नेता है, बाकी ब्यूरोक्रेट्स हैं, उद्योगपति हैं जिन्होंने देश में भ्रष्टाचार को फैलाया है. प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की तरफ से ये साफ कह दिया गया है कि भ्रष्टाचार पर किसी भी तरीके से कोई भी समझौता जो है वो मोदी सरकार नहीं करेगी और जो भी भ्रष्ट है उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होगी, चाहे वो कोई हो. और इस बात को भी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने अपने एक दैनिक हिंदी में जो उन्होंने साक्षात्कार दिया है उसमें ये साफ कहा है कि जो बीजेपी रूल स्टेट्स हैं वहां पर भी कार्रवाई हो रही है. ये विपक्ष आरोप ना लगाए कि सिर्फ जो है विपक्षी दलों पे या विपक्षी दलों की जहां सरकार है वहां पर ही कार्रवाई हो रही है. बीजेपी रूल स्टेट्स के अंदर भी जो है वो कार्रवाई चल रही है और जांच एजेंसियां जो है वो खुले तौर पर निष्पक्ष होकर जो है वो काम कर रही है.
हिमांशु, मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी हमारे साथ बने रहिए क्योंकि भारतीय जनता पार्टी शहजाद पूनावाला इज ऑल्सो नाउ जॉइनिंग मी ऑन द फोन लाइन. Shahzad, that's a very clear message by the Prime Minister over corruption, but the opposition maintains that these are primarily opposition leaders who are being targeted, whose properties are being raided and searched, to which Prime Minister Modi says anyone, irrespective, will have to face the agencies if they are corrupt. What do you say to that?
Pooja, what the Prime Minister is saying is absolutely rooted in facts, because out of the 5,900 odd cases by the ED, only about 2 or 3% are against politicians of any hue. And the fact of the matter is that 95 to 97% are against people who are not politicians. So is the opposition saying that action on corruption blanketly should stop because they have a problem? See, the clear narrative of 2024 is that on the one hand you have Narendra Modi who says, I will fight Bhrashtachar, मैं भ्रष्टाचार हटाना चाहता हूँ, and then you have the likes of Kejriwal, Lalu, Sonia, Rahul, etc. saying हम भ्रष्टाचार बचाना चाहते हैं. There is one side Narendra Modi who says I have a mission and vision to eliminate corruption, and the other side says we have no mission, vision, we only have our commission. We have our corruption, we have our division, and we have our ambition. And therefore, the clear narrative of 2024 is you want Bhrashtachar Hatao or you want Bhrashtachar Bachao. Modi stands for Bhrashtachar Hatao. Kejriwal and company stand for Bhrashtachar Bachao.
Shehzad, but isn't it a fact that, as many leaders are saying, that most of the raids take place in Bengal, in Tamil Nadu, in Karnataka, which are opposition-ruled states, and that if they join the BJP, then some of them have had their cases cleared. While Prime Minister maintains that the fight against corruption will continue, assuring that this has got nothing to do with politics, but isn't that also what the opposition is spreading as a discourse? That how is it that some of the netas who jump ship are not facing the law as much? What would you say to that then?
Pooja, do a very honest analysis of pre-2014. Who were the people who are getting caught for corruption? Laluji got convicted first time in 2013. No BJP government. DMK ministers went to jail. SP had a case going on against them. TMC leaders had cases going on against them. JMM got convicted in 1990s. Where was Mr. Modi there when action was taking place on all these same leaders? So the fact is that prior to 2014, also the same people were doing corruption. You do analysis of India Today Aspect coverage as to where they have been breaking the stories of corruption by their own investigation and reports. You will find that 95% are against all these leaders. So are you saying India Today and Aspect is biased? No, जो corruption करेगा वही तो पकड़ा जाएगा ना. हाँ, Modi means guarantee of action on corruption. Modi means no compromise on corruption. Modi means he is not going to strike a deal on corruption. This is the difference. Modi will take action on corruption, and this entire Ram Leela brigade will say we will justify corruption.
Interesting. Appreciate you joining us. Shehzad Poonawala, and taking all questions. And this is with regard to Prime Minister Modi's interview, where he says the fight against corruption will be the highlight. Agencies are just doing their job. Nobody will be spared.